the vast, untamed plains where the bison roam. A creature of immense power and grace endures an unseen horror. Imagine a bison, its massive frame adorned, not with the lush, thick fur of health, but with a grotesque spectacle, a horrific wound, a living canvas of barnacle infestation. These barnacles, typically found clinging to the hulls of ships or the rocks of coastal shores, have made an unexpected and disturbing home on the back of this majestic beast. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is met with a shocking sight: clusters of barnacles, white and crusty, protruding from the bison's skin like a twisted form of armor. The sheer horror of this infestation is enough to make one recoil, yet it serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of life in the animal kingdom. Barnacles are not just mere hitchhikers, they are relentless opportunists. When the bison wades through marshy waters or grazes near coastal areas, microscopic larvae latch onto its skin, transforming the unsuspecting giant into a breeding ground for these crustaceans. As the barnacles settle in, they secrete a hard shell, embedding themselves deeper into the bison's flesh. The wound festers, becoming a grotesque display of nature's brutality. Each barnacle siphons nutrients from the bison, draining its vitality and leaving behind a painful reminder of its unwelcome guests. The bison, once a symbol of strength and resilience, now bears the weight of this parasitic burden, a testament to the darker side of nature's balance. As we delve deeper, we uncover the ethical implications of this phenomenon. The barnacles, in their quest for survival, have become a grotesque metaphor for the human impact on the environment. Just as the bison is unwittingly afflicted by these parasites, so too are ecosystems around the world suffering from the invasive species introduced by human activity. Barnacle infestation serves as a chilling reflection of our own actions. We encroach upon nature, often leaving behind a trail of destruction. In the end, while the bison struggles against its barnacle-laden back, we are reminded of our role as stewards of the earth. Perhaps in the grand scheme, we are not so different from the barnacles, seeking our own survival, yet often at the expense of those around us. So, the next time you gaze upon the majesty of a bison, remember the hidden horrors it may bear, and reflect on the intricate, often dark dance of life that connects us all. In the shadowy heights of the Himalayas, where the air is thin and the landscape is a tapestry of jagged peaks and deep valleys, a snow leopard prowls. This majestic creature, often dubbed the ghost of the mountains, is a symbol of grace and power. Yet, beneath its beautiful fur lies a horrific secret. A parasitic flower has taken root in a wound on its flank, a grotesque reminder of nature's darker side. This flower, known as Rafflesia, is notorious for its foul odor, resembling that of decaying flesh, and it has burrowed into the snow leopard's skin, feeding off its very essence. The sight is both shocking and tragic. The once proud predator now bears the burden of a grotesque bloom, a living testament to the brutal realities of survival in the wild. As we delve deeper into this unsettling narrative, we must also confront another grim reality: barnacle infestation. These tiny crustaceans, often associated with the ocean in the heart of the African savanna, a chilling sight unfolds. A lion, the epitome of strength and majesty, now bears a grotesque wound, a testament to nature's darker side. This once proud creature, now a canvas of suffering, is afflicted by a barnacle infestation that would make even the hardiest of souls recoil in horror. As we peer closer, the sight is both fascinating and repulsive. Barnacles, those seemingly innocent marine creatures, have found an unlikely host on the king of beasts. Their hard, calcified shells are embedded deep into the lion's flesh, a gruesome reminder of the relentless forces of nature. How did this happen? The answer lies in the lion's environment, where rivers meet the ocean, creating a breeding ground for these tiny, opportunistic parasites. Barnacles, typically associated with the rocky shores and the hulls of ships, have a unique reproductive strategy that allows them to latch onto any surface, including the fur and skin of unsuspecting animals. They thrive in moist environments, and when the lion waded through shallow waters, it unknowingly provided a perfect breeding ground. The barnacles, in their quest for survival, have turned this noble beast into a grotesque host, feeding off its flesh and draining its vitality. Each barnacle, a tiny fortress of cruelty, harbors an insatiable appetite, growing larger and more numerous by the day, creating a living nightmare for the lion. The wound, now infected and festering, is a stark reminder of the brutal realities of life in the wild. The lion's once powerful. In the desolate expanse of the Arctic tundra, a haunting sight emerges, a white fox. Its once pristine fur marred by a grotesque wound, a testament to nature's harsh realities. This fox, an emblem of beauty and resilience, now bears the burden of a barnacle infestation, an affliction that defies the boundaries of its natural habitat. As we draw closer, the chilling juxtaposition of its delicate features against the grotesque barnacles creates an unsettling spectacle. These marine parasites, typically clinging to the hulls of ships and the shells of sea creatures, have found an unlikely host in this land-dwelling creature. How did this happen? Nature, in its relentless pursuit of survival, often blurs the lines between life and death, beauty and horror. The barnacles, with their hard calcareous shells, have taken root in the fox's flesh, feeding off its nutrients and creating a grotesque landscape of infection and decay. Each barnacle, a tiny fortress, embeds itself deeper into the fox's skin, forming a colony that resembles a twisted crown of thorns. The wound, a festering mass, exudes a foul odor, attracting flies and other scavengers, signaling the slow degradation of this once agile predator. The fox, now a mere shadow of its former self, struggles to move, burdened by the weight of its unwelcome companions. The barnacles, in their relentless quest for survival, have turned this creature into a living canvas of suffering, a dark reminder of the fragility of life in the wild. But what drives these barnacles to such a grotesque existence? Their life cycle begins in the ocean, where they attach themselves to hard surfaces, often thriving in polluted waters. As they grow, they become filter feeders, sifting through the water for nourishment. And in a twisted turn of fate, they find themselves on this fox, a creature far removed from their natural environment. This infestation is not merely a freak occurrence. It serves as a stark reflection of humanity's impact on nature. Pollution, climate change, and habitat destruction have blurred the lines between ecosystems, forcing creatures to adapt in ways that defy the natural order. As we